After a good hard practice, you know, folks, there's about nothing that hits the spot better than a freaking racetrack slushie. Good morning, folks, and happy Thursday. So we straight up screwed up this morning. Straight up screwed up. We slept through our alarms, so we're left with a dilemma. Do we go to practice or do we go lift? Well, ADCCs are next week, so I'm going to guess going to practice is going to be our best bet. Even though we need to go get stronger today than we were yesterday, we need to go to practice. So, I guess we're going to have to make up for the lift some other day. Gosh, this sucks. But it is what it is. We are going to go get better today than we were yesterday, at least. So, at least it's not a day wasted. It's just a day we had to miss our lift. And I haven't overslept in I don't know how long. And missed the lift, so now I feel like I'm losing the freaking day, folks. But it is what it is. I guess let's get this show on the road because we are still gonna be cutting it short to practice. Let me tell you. So let's boogie on out of here, folks. Well, after hopping up and literally running right out of the door, we have made it right on time. Barely. Actually, we're kind of late, so let's not yap too much and get in here and get better today than we were yesterday before we missed technique, folks. Well, even though we got a shitty start to our morning, we got a pretty decent ending. We definitely got better today than we were yesterday. Glad I chose to throw on clothes and run up here instead of running to the gym to knock out a lift. Because I got some great rolls in. Really, high intensity rolls, really high level rolls, really just great rolls, folks. We just got some good rolls in today. That's all I can really say. But JB says she wants to come up here and do some jits today, so I guess I'm gonna have to travel back home instead of getting to go and park up somewhere and take me a nap. So I guess let's hit the road, folks. Get home so we can pick up JB and turn our bus back around and come back up here to get better again today than we were yesterday, folks. It must be a busy day in Georgia. Everyone must be on the roads. Goodness gracious. That ride home was no better than the ride there. Heck, it was actually worse. It was an hour and 20 minutes home compared to an hour there. Sheesh. But we did make it home in enough time for us to go inside and take a little bit of a nap. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to run inside, I'm going to take a little bit of a nap. Then when I get back up and go get better today than we were yesterday, yet again. Right back onto the grind, folks. It never ends. Well, that was definitely one magnificent freaking nap. One that was much needed and much appreciated. Let's go get better today than we were yesterday, folks. It looks like this ride is going to be just as bad as the one on the way there this morning and on the way home this afternoon, so wish us some luck. All right, I guess today is just not our day for freaking traffic. Goodness, another hour and a half on the road, but we have made it to get better today than we were yesterday. So let's run in here because we are indeed late. What a terrific day of getting better today than we were yesterday, folks. You know, the day may have started off kind of bumpy, thinking that we weren't gonna make it up here this morning, but then we made it up here. We ended up having to skip a lift, but we will make it up someday this week. We're not gonna go without getting our 2 lifts in this week. We will get it in, but at least we were still able to get better today than we were yesterday. You know what I mean, folks? I could have definitely been like, you know what, I slept through both alarms, it's gonna take me too long to get up and get ready. No, we just hop up, we skip some breakfast, and we run out the door. we made some coffee. I will say that we did make some coffee. We got up, had enough time to make a cup of coffee, and head out the door. And we were still low-key kind of late. We didn't make it in time for technique, like I said, but we were low-key late. And then, of course, on the way back here today, it was some terrible traffic. And which held us up, and we could have just been like, screw this, and turned around and went home. But we didn't, because we got goals to freaking reach, folks. We got goals to reach. Just because we had one good performance doesn't mean we get to take freaking 6 months off, you know what I mean? But we are going on a little vacay soon, which is pretty exciting. But it's not because we got a dub, or got robbed of a dub, because we had a good performance. It's because, well, it's just time to get a vacation, you know? JB's finally done with school. I finally can have a little time to breathe after we get done with this tourney next week. Until, of course, we get another fight. It doesn't mean we're not going to train in between, because, you know, this is where you get better. And during the fight camp, you solidify your plans for the fight, you know what I mean, folks? So, yeah, a great day of training. A great day of getting better today than we were yesterday. But I guess since we don't have to set an alarm tomorrow, and we just have to wake up and knock out some cardio, I guess we're going to get home, we're going to shower up, we're going to eat a little bit of dinner, we're going to hop on some games. I don't know if we're going to play Fort, or if we're going to play some more freaking Elder Scrolls, continue being the worst hero in Tamarell, you know what I mean, folks? I guess we'll see. I guess let's get our butts home and hope like hell the traffic is not like it's been the past 3 times we made this trip today. After a good hard practice, you know, folks, there's about nothing that hits the spot better than a freaking racetrack slushie. So, we stopped to get a racetrack slushie. Now that we have made a little pit stop for the slushie, let's get our freaking butts home. Well, not a single one of those rides were smooth today. Not even this ride home. Goodness gracious, it took us an hour and freaking 10 minutes to get home. And that never happens at night, but they had lanes shut down. Hopefully, they get some of these roads fixed. That would be pretty dope. But at least we went and did our part, getting better today than we were yesterday. We can't control traffic. It's not, we have no power over that. But what we do have power over is whether we go and battle that traffic to go get better than we were the day before. You know what I mean, folks? So we controlled what we can control. We can't control that we freaking slept through our alarm this morning. That junk never happens. Ever. So we had to make a hard decision. Do we go get better? Or do we go lift? And we chose to go get better. Because, well, honestly, yes. Being strong is an advantage in a fight and grappling. And whatever aspect of anything you're thinking of, lifting, being a little bit stronger, is just going to up the quality of life. It's going to make your sport easier. It's all around, lifting's great. But if I had to choose the sport over exercise, technique over strength, technique's going to win it 1,000 times over. You know what I mean, folks? So we went to practice to get better today than we were yesterday. And we'll make up for our lift most likely Sunday, because I don't think we have anything planned on Sunday. I think we're just going to rest up. So instead of resting up, we will go make up for that lift. So, sucks, but I guess it's not how you start the race, it's how you finish the race. You can start the race in the back, and if you make it all the way to the front and you win the race, then you win the freaking race. You know what I mean? It's how you end it, you know? So we ended it the right way today. Getting better today than we were yesterday. You know what I mean, folks? So always looking to improve. Always. 1% somewhere, whether it's getting smarter, whether it's getting stronger, whether it's getting into better shape, whether it's improving our technique. Today was improving technique since we weren't able to go get stronger today than we were yesterday. But I guess let's get our butts inside, grub down, clean up, because we freaking stink. And then hop on some freaking games, folks. I think we're gonna we're gonna finish closing the gates to the oblivion. I guess not finish. Continue trying to close the gates to oblivion, because Elder Scrolls games are freaking long. So, I guess let's get inside so that we can partake in that, so that we don't sleep all day tomorrow, because we stayed up too late trying to close the gates. So, good night, folks, and BillyGoat freaking loves you.